AI was not used in the creation of this podcast. This is the Social Geek Radio Network. It's the Franchise News Podcast for Wednesday, August 19th, 2026. I'm Jack Monson, and I read the news so you don't have to. Today's news is brought to you by Citrin Cooperman and the franchise marketing agency, Thunderly. As America continues to celebrate 250 years, join Thunderly for American Dreamers. It's the series of short videos telling the stories of some amazing American small business owners. Up next, meet Brian Franks, franchisee with Z Plumbers. Check it out now on YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, and at thunderlymarketing.com/American-Dreamers. The Canadian Franchise Association, the Mexican Franchise Association, and the IFA signed the first trilateral cooperation agreement between the three associations in North America. These three nations represent more than 1 million franchise establishments and 9 million jobs. CFA President and CEO Sherry McNeil said this agreement will support brand education and research.
Look forward to working with my colleagues of the Mexican Franchise Association as well as the IFA on how we can work together, collaborate to grow franchising in this country.
You can hear the full one-on-one interview with Sherry McNeil on the latest episode of the Social Geek podcast. Bain Capital is buying bubble tea franchise Gong Cha. The terms of the transaction were not disclosed, but the deal is expected to close in Q4. Paul Rainish, global CEO of Gong Cha, said, "As we begin this next chapter with Bain Capital, we look forward to building on the momentum and bringing more high-quality whole-leaf tea to consumers around the world." Mr. Gatti's Pizza announced that entrepreneur and longtime franchisee G. Brent Ryan has acquired the remaining ownership interest in the company, becoming the primary owner of the Mr. Gatti's brand. The announcement also marks the beginning of CEO Jim Phillips' planned retirement following more than a decade leading the company's transformation and growth. Mr. Phillips said, "I cannot be more confident in Brent's leadership or more excited about the future of this incredible brand." Drive-through salad franchise Salad & Go has filed for Chapter 11 and has closed all of its locations. Dutch Brothers Coffee will buy the real estate and related site assets of 65 former Salad & Go units in 4 states for an undisclosed amount. Milestones this week include Celebrity School opening its 50th franchise location, this one in the Atlanta metro area. Founder and CEO Richard Huffman said, "As we celebrate our 50th franchise location, we're equally excited about what's ahead. This milestone is just the beginning as we continue expanding into new markets with franchise partners who are passionate about changing lives through early childhood education." Also, Body Bar Pilates opened its 100th location, this one in the Presidio area of North Fort Worth. Camille McCollum, Chief Brand Officer, President, and co-founder of Body Bar Pilates, said, "Reaching 100 studios is incredibly rewarding. We're beyond thankful for our dedicated franchise owners, team, and studio members who got us here." And Firehouse Subs has officially opened its 1,500th restaurant, this one in Abilene, Texas. As part of the grand opening ceremony this Friday, the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation will donate a rescue boat to the city of Abilene on behalf of the Abilene Fire Department. The boat is valued at over $37,000. Firehouse President Mike Hancock said, "Our restaurants and guests have funded more than $115 million in life-saving equipment for first responders. Every new restaurant means we can do even more for the people who protect those communities." People News and Career Moves coming up next, brought to you by Citrin Cooperman. Citrin Cooperman is proud to be the home of one of the leading franchising practices in the country. With over 40 years of franchise experience, Citrin Cooperman provides a full range of services to a vast number of franchise concepts. They work with the owners, operators, controllers, and CFOs of a wide range of franchisors and multi-unit franchisees to help them establish their brands and grow their businesses to the next level. The Citrin Cooperman franchise practice is comprised of experienced CFE-accredited professionals, providing franchisors and multi-unit franchisees the guidance and insight they need to minimize uncertainty, meet compliance and contractual obligations, and stay focused on building their businesses. For more information, please contact Michael Iannuzzi at citrincooperman.com. In People News, Chris Kempf is now Director of Franchise Development at PuroClean. Joe Seavey is the new CDO at Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Koala Insulation, part of the Empower Brands family, announced the appointment of Joel Worthington as brand president. Jack Veltema rejoins Little Caesars as director of franchise sales for the West. McDonald's USA promotes Sky Anderson to president. Brian Wise is now CEO at Iced Tea franchise HTO. Papa John's names Chris Lynn Sue as Global CMO and John Matter as Global Chief Development Officer. Houston, Texas Hot Chicken welcomes Ashley Prokos as Senior Director of Franchise Sales. Mackenzie Wilkie joins Another Nine as Franchise Onboarding Specialist. The IFA welcomes Matthew Hallman as Sales Manager. Promotions at Zbart, Jason Tyson to Senior VP of U.S. Franchise Operations, Tom Bowler to VP of U.S. Retail Operations, and Michelle Wells to VP of Marketing. And promotions at Thunderly. Maddie Levy takes over the paid media division as Group Supervisor, and Emily Seabaugh is now Senior Digital Marketing Specialist. Congratulations to all. Let's get loud. In events news, the first two events of the second half of 2026 are both from the IFA. The IFA Advocacy Summit is September 14th through the 16th in D.C. Make your voice count on Capitol Hill and join us at all of the great networking events. Go to franchise.org for more info. And the IFA World Franchise Show is September 25th and 26th in Fort Lauderdale. Last year's show was amazing. This year's event will be even bigger. To register or reserve your booth, visit ifafranchiseshow.com. And I'll be podcasting both days in the exhibit hall in the franchise room. If you've got a story to tell, send me a DM. Let's chat. And that's the way it is in the franchise community. Thank you for listening and staying connected on the Social Geek Radio Network.